Hello, hello. Good morning. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Magandang araw. Uh, in this video, we will discuss about a brief introduction about chemistry and the role it takes in our society. Okay? Medyo ano lang muna ako. Hindi to English only policy, to Taglish. So, let's start with defining what chemistry is. So, yun. Okay. So, chemistry is an active, evolving science that has vital importance to our world in both the realm of nature and the realm of society. So, yun. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin nun? Ang chemistry daw ay isang active na science na patuloy na nagbabago sa paglipas ng panahon. Dahil sa mga discoveries na nagagawa ng mga scientist at ito ay mahalaga sa ating ano, sa kalikasan at pati na rin sa lipunan. So, by definition, ano nga ba ang chemistry? So, ito yun. Chemistry is the study of matter and the changes it undergoes. So, yun. Tinawag siya na central science. Bakit siya tinawag na central science? Dahil maraming science ang gumagamit ng basic knowledge ng chemistry, tulad ng biology, biology, ng physics, geology, at ecology. At marami pang iba na sciences ang gumagamit nitong science na to, na science ng chemistry. So, ibig sabihin, without this, we cannot push through into what we are now today sa modernong panahon natin ngayon. Kung saan marami ng mga sasakyan, marami ng, okay, there is already electricity, computers, Android phones, at iba pang mga makabagong technology. Di ba? So, pero napaka-ancient na talaga ng konseptong ito ng chemistry. So, before pa nga tinatawag ito na alchemy sometimes. Pero yung talaga scientific na pag-study about chemistry, meron na nito noong panahon pa ni Democritus. So si Democritus ay isang siya yung nag-isip ng concept na um, siya yung nag-isip ng concept ng atom. So siya pala ay isang contemporary ni Plato at ni Aristotle. So ibig sabihin, nabuhay siya at the same time with Plato and Aristotle. Yan, si Democritus. So, ngunit, mas mabilis ang pag-develop ng science nung panahon ng 19th century kasi nagkaroon na ng intellectual and technological advances nung panahon na yon. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ano nga ba yung um, ano yung impact nun? So, nagkaroon ng discovery of chemical and physical characteristics. So, ano naman ngayon kung na-discover na natin yung chemical and physical characteristics? So, yon ang tanong natin. So, syempre dahil kaya na natin, nagkaroon na tayo ng advanced technology, nakuha na natin na i-break down yung mga substances into its smaller components. Kung ma-breakdown na natin siya into smaller components, it can push through the discovery of the physical and chemical characteristics na pwede nating magamit sa sa medicine, sa engineering, sa agriculture, sa energy. Yun. So magkakaroon ng wide na understanding about um, different chemicals. So, nagkaroon na ng physical and chemical analysis. So, nagkaroon na tayo na actually before pa naman is meron ng physical and chemical analysis, pero ngayon since medyo na-advance na, medyo mas na-discover na natin, madali na nating ma-check. Kumbaga, ma-check yung mga analysis. So, yung mga weighing scales mas naging advanced, yung meron ng mga laboratory equipment na nagagamit, mga gas chromatography, mga UV-Vis, mga gano'n, et cetera. So, nagkaroon na ng mga computers at microscope 'yun, saan nakikita na nila ang mga maliliit na atoms at molecules na siyang tinagurian natin na fundamental units of chemistry. So, doon nakabase yung talaga, yung fundamental units ng chemistry. So, with that, nakapag-design ang mga scientists ng mga substances gamit ang mga kaalaman na nakuha nila sa physical and chemical characteristics na nag-push through para ma-revolutionize yung field of medicine, agriculture, energy sector, at nakagawa na rin ng mga mas environmental friendly na mga material at products. Okay, so isa sa mga field na gumagamit ng knowledge ng chemistry ay yung health and medicine. So, merong tatlong major advances ang chemistry sa health and medicine. So, noong nakaraang century, so nitong 20th century, na nagbigay daan para ma-prevent at para ma-cure ang mga diseases. So, ano nga ba ito? Ano nga ba itong tatlong major advances na 'to? So first, meron tayong public health measures. Sila yung nag-establish, okay? Dahil nagkaroon ng public health measure, na-establish na yung sanitation system para maprotektahan ang mga tao sa infectious disease na kumakalat sa ating society, sa ating community. So, naglalagay na ang mga, this is just an example, naglalagay na ang mga malalaking treatment facility ng tubig, ng disinfectant sa mga water treatment facility, naglalagay sila ng disinfectant sa tubig para maiwasan ang mga bakterya na galing sa tubig na maaaring makapinsala sa tao. So isa lang 'to sa mga maraming nagagawa dahil sa patuloy na pag-develop ng chemistry. Okay? So ang pangalawang major advance sa health and medicine is, yun, anesthesia. So isipin mo, imaginein mo walang anesthesia habang inoperahan. Noong unang panahon hindi talaga gumagamit ng anesthesia. So, um, imagine niyo ang sakit-sakit noon operahan ng walang anesthesia kasi anesthesia is siya, kumbaga minamanhid niya yung parte ng katawan ng tao kung saan ina-apply yung anesthesia. So, yun, dahil dito naging possible na ang pag-cure ng mga fatal na conditions tulad ng mga appendicitis, mga gallstones, at iba pang mga internal surgery. So, yun, naging possible na yun. So, ano yung pangatlo? So, nagkaroon ng introduction sa vaccine and antibiotics. Ito naman is naging posible na yung pag-prevent natin ng mga sakit, ng mga diseases na nagkakalat sa lipunan. Yun. Ang isa pang pinag-aaralan ngayon ng scientists ay yung tinatawag natin na gene therapy. Ano nga ba yung gene therapy? Ang gene, ito yung basic unit of inheritance. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, basic unit of inheritance, ito yung napapasa from parents to its offspring. So, yung mga magagandang trait na ipapasa from parents to offspring at the same time, pati yung hindi magagandang trait tulad ng mga sakit na tinatawag natin na hereditary. So, maraming mga sakit ang naipapasa from parents into the offspring. So, dahil sa genes, so tulad ng ano ba mga sakit na ito? Tulad ng cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, okay? Ito ay dala ng damage ng isang gene simula pagkapanganak ng bata. So, nandiyan na siya. So, from the conception hanggang sa lumaki yung bata, nandiyan na siya. So, maraming mga sakit tulad ng cancer, heart disease, AIDS, arthritis ay resulta ng impairment ng isa o maraming genes na involved sa body's defenses. Sa gene therapy, ano ang ginagawa sa gene therapy? Ang isang selected na yung healthy gene dadalhin sa isang cell ng pasyente para ma-cure yung sakit niya. Para magawa ito ng doktor, kailangan ng sound knowledge ng chemical properties ng mga molecular components na involved. Yung pag-decode ng human genome, yung human genome na bumubuo sa genetic material ng tao at ay may ginagampanan na mahalagang bahagi sa gene therapy. Na nagre-rely largely sa chemical techniques na siyempre nasa field pa rin ng chemistry. So, ang next na natin na field kung saan nagkaroon ng advances is tinatawag nating energy and environment. So, ang energy ay isang byproduct ng chemical process. So, pag nagkaroon ng chemical process, it will release energy. Hindi lang release, it can absorb or release. Depende sa klase ng chemical reaction. So, okay. And as the demand for energy continues to increase, both sa technologically advanced countries tulad ng United States, pati na rin sa mga papaunlad pa lang na mga countries tulad ng China, well, chemists are actively trying to find new energy sources. So, yan. Ngayon, ang major source natin ng energy ay yung tinatawag natin na fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. O ito ay galing sa coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Pero sabi sa pag-aaral, sa studies, the estimated reserves of these fuels will last up to 50. Ano bang 50 sa Tagalog? 50 taon hanggang 100 years, hanggang 100 taon. So, at the present rate of consumption. So, of course, yung rate ng consumption tumataas yan eh. Siyempre yung population dumadami, yung mga industry na gumagamit dumadami din. So, we need to look for alternatives. We need to find some alternatives. So, ito yung mga tinitingnan ng mga chemist at mga iba pang scientist sa field of energy and environment. So, solar energy. So, solar energy promises to be a viable source of energy for the future. So, kung titingnan nyo yung unang picture, photovoltaic cells. So, yan yung or they are the solar panels. So, they are the one that catches the energy from the sun. So, yun. So, every year, yung Earth surface daw nagre-receive ng 10 times as much energy from sunlight as it contained in all of the known reserves of coal, oil, natural gas, and uranium combined. 10 times. Ganun kalaki. And nung wala pa yung photovoltaic cells, well, 100% ng noon ay nawawala lang or hindi nagagamit. So, sayang. So, yung ano na yun, energy na yun, ngayon, part of it naka-catch na ng photovoltaic cell. So it is one of the major na advances sa field ng hindi lang ng chemistry kundi ng buong energy sector. But this technology will not be possible without the knowledge of chemistry. So, okay. So the next would be the nuclear fission and fusion. This is the nuclear energy. So, okay. Isa sa mga nito is just a small atom. Pwede siyang ma-convert into a tremendous amount of energy. Kaso nga lang, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema sa nuclear energy kasi unang-una, meron ito siyempre safety issues na kaya maraming mga tao ang ayaw pang kumbaga mag-mass produce ng nuclear energy dahil sa takot nila na baka magkaroon ng safety issues itong technology na 'to. So isa pang issue dito is yung issue tungkol sa weapons na puwedeng ma-derive from nuclear fission or nuclear fusion. So yun, puwede siyang gamitin, ma-weaponize, okay, magamit ng mga terorista, gano'n. So kaya medyo rine-regulate yung paggamit ng nuclear material. And this is also hazardous materials, yung mga material na ginagamit dito. So, yun. So, for the past 30 years, intense research efforts have shown that yung solar energy can be harnessed effectively in two ways. Yun. Balik tayo sa dito sa photovoltaic cells. Sa sa one is the conversion directly to electricity using devices called these photovoltaic cells. So the other is to use yung sunlight to obtain yung hydrogen. So yung hydrogen is a energy source pag na-burn siya. So galing sa tubig. So yung sunlight, i-break down niya yung H2O. So yung H2O, mabi-break yun, yung bonds between hydrogen and oxygen. Then yung hydrogen, it will be used as fuel cells. It can be fed, the hydrogen can be fed into fuel cell to generate electricity. Although our understanding of the scientific process of converting solar energy to electricity has advanced, the technology has not yet improved to the point where we can produce electricity on a large scale at an economically acceptable cost. So, by 2050, however, it has been predict na daw na by 2050, na yung solar energy will supply 50% of our power needs. So, yun na ang nagiging movement ngayon ng mga sa scientific world. So, yun. Ito nga, nasabi ko na kanina sa intro ko na yung energy coming from nuclear fission, okay? Pero nagkakaroon 'to ng concern sa sa radioactive waste, sa environmental concern kasi may mga waste 'to. So, yung future ng nuclear industry sa United States, which is the one of the um, uh, major na bansa ay sige, it is uncertain in that So, chemists can help to devise better ways to dispose nuclear waste. So, chemists din ang nag-iisip balin kung paano i-dispose yung nuclear waste, kung paano ito, yung proper way of disposing nuclear waste, nasa chemist din yung knowledge kasi merong mga safety protocols din yan na pina-follow. Yun. So, Another is using fuel efficient automobiles. Ito na yung So energy production and energy utilization are closely tied to the quality of our environment. So ang major disadvantage nga ng fossil fuels ay yung it gives off carbon dioxide. So which is a greenhouse gas. So that is it promotes the heating of Earth's atmosphere. So alongside, of course, with sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which result in acid rain. So acid rain and smog. So harnessing solar energy has no such detrimental effect. Walang detrimental effect ang solar cell. Wala pa ngayon nakikita. So in the future, we cannot say baka meron na silang makita na disadvantageous effect of photovoltaic cells. But now, wala pa rin. So kumbaga this is the most eco-friendly na source of energy sa ngayon. So by using fuel efficient automobiles, ito may mga na-discover na kasi ngayon, hindi pala na-discover, na i-invent. May mga na-i-invent na ngayon na mga automobile na fuel efficient and can source their energy from energy that are derived from eco-friendly source. So hindi galing sa fossil fuel. So hindi siya gumagamit ng mga petroleum products, gano'n. So pwedeng electricity coming from photovoltaic cells or any other energy source na hindi nagde-detriment sa environment. So yun. In addition, electric cars powered by durable, long-lasting batteries and hybrid cars powered by both batteries and meron din palang mga hybrid cars na mga na-invent. So at least hindi na siya 100% run by gasoline kasi it can run through batteries na charge electricity that can be sourced from renewable energies, and it can also be run through gasoline, which is a kind of fossil fuels which produces carbon dioxide. So at least 50%, or somehow kung hindi man 50%, part of it is already sourced from renewable energy that does not give off greenhouse gases. Yon. So should become, ito na ang nagiging movement ngayon, na prevalent movement ngayon to help ma-minimize yung air pollution. So our next topic would be about materials and technology. So ano nga ba yung mga advances na meron sa materials and technology? So materials and technology naman, meron tayong itong dalawang ito. So chemical research development in the 20th century have provided us with new materials that have profoundly improved the quality of our lives and help to advance technology in countless ways. So, yon. Marami na tayong mga materials ngayon na na-produce na nakapadali sa buhay ng pamumuhay ng tao. So, one of the example of that is polymer, mga plastic. Hindi lang yun mga plastic, including rubber, nylon. Yon, saan yun nagagamit? Sa mga appliances, sa mga gadgets, sa mga damit, sa clothing. Yon. Even sa mga housing, meron din yan. So, yun. So, everywhere it can be used. So, yung ceramic naman, it's another kind of material. So, pwede siyang, nagagamit siya sa cookware, nagagamit siya sa even sa mga gadgets, meron din ceramic. Okay, sa mga appliances, 'yon. So, marami siya ding gamit. So, yung liquid crystal na tinatawag natin, yung liquid crystal, or yung also known sa na LCD, that is liquid crystal. So hindi na ngayon gumagamit ng yung mga lumang television, yung mga lumang television, yung cathode ray, hindi na yun ginagamit ngayon. Or kung merong gumagamit noon, they are already outdated. Kasi ang ano na ngayon, nasa merkado is the liquid crystals or the LCD, liquid crystal display. So yun ang ginagamit sa electronic display. Adhesives, yun, mga sa post-it notes, mga ginagamit sa post-it notes, mga adhesives yun. And coatings such as latex paint. Yun ang mga example ng material na na-discover, na-iimbento through the knowledge of chemistry. So, what is in the store for the near future ngayon? Ano na nga ba ang meron ngayon sa atin sa merkado? So, one likely possibility is the room temperature superconductors. Itong room temperature superconductors, importante to. Kasi ngayon, electricity is carried by copper cables. So, ano ang epekto nito kung copper cables ang mga kable natin? So, yung ano, yung mga copper, hindi siya perfect na conductor. So, most okay, conductor siya, nakakapag-conduct siya ng electricity, pero nababawasan yung energy or yung electricity na na dumadaloy doon kasi hindi naman siya perfectly conductor. Hindi siya perfect conductor, so it does not conduct 100% of the electricity. Gano'n na lang ang So 20% of the electrical energy is lost in a form of heat kasi na-absorb niya yung electrical energy in a form of heat between the power station to our homes. So it is a tremendous waste. Imagine mo, 20% nawawala. Malaki yun. So, with the use of these superconductors, which are materials that have no electrical resistance, so wala na siyang electrical resistance, therefore, it conduct electricity with total no energy loss. Walang mababawas, walang mawawala. So, pero sa ngayon, in a present time, phenomenon of superconductivity at very low temperatures, okay, more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit, below, below freezing point of water, has been known for over 90 years. Hindi pa siya pwedeng gamitin sa ambient temperature, yung temperature na meron tayo ngayon. Hindi siya magfa-function as superconductor. Pero merong nagkaroon ng major breakthrough noong 1980s. Noong 1980s daw, na-demonstrate na posible, there is a possibility to make materials that act as superconductors sa near room temperature. Hindi naman totally sa room temperature, at near room temperature. So, konting konting adjustment na lang, pwede nang gamitin to in a room temperature. So, chemists have helped to design and synthesize new materials that show promise in this quest. So, in the next 30 years, makikita natin yung mga high temperature superconductors, yung mga superconductors na pwede natin gamitin in high temperature. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung pwede na siyang gamitin in high temperature, pwede na siyang magamit sa mga processes na matataas ang temperature. Okay? Usually sa mga planta ng petroleum or petrochemical, or even sa mga paggawaan ng papel, mga iba't ibang plants and facilities. So, usually mataas ang temperature doon. Nag-i-involve sila ng heating element. So, yun, pwede nang gamitin doon ng superconductors. So, pwede na rin siyang ma-apply sa medicine, okay, sa magnetic resonance imaging or the MRI. Pwede din siyang magamit sa levitated train. So imagine naman, train ninyo, wala na mga gulong kasi nagle-levitate na siya. Parang lumilipad na siya because of this kind of technology. So imagine mo, itong nasa Okay, nagle-levitate siya. Yan. So, parang ganyan. So, and magagamit na din siya sa nuclear fusion. So, it had to if we had to name one technological advance that has shaped our lives more than any other, it would be the computer, 'di ba? Ito yung medyo ano na ngayon, medyo hindi na siya want, kundi ano na siya, need na siya ngayon. Kasi especially ngayong pandemic, hindi ka puwedeng like us, nagwo-work from home, okay? We are using our technology, our computer nowadays. So, yung engine na nagda-drive doon sa computer ay computer revolution is the microprocessor. Itong nasa left side ng ano, microprocessor. It is a tiny silicon chip. Silicon chip na inspired countless of inventions such as laptop, computers, fax machine, etc., etc. Even the Android phones nowadays. So yun. So the performance of this microprocessor is judged by the speed with which it carries out mathematical operations. So meron tong mga mathematical operations na kinocompute dyan. So mabilis na mag-process ng mga mathematical operations, siguro mga algorithm. Yon. So such as addition and subtraction, etc. So the pace of progress is such that since their introduction, microprocessors have doubled. Nagtumoble na yung speed niya. Tumodoble ang speed niya every 18 months. So that's why kung titingnan ninyo yung technology ngayon, every year, parang palaging nagre-release yung mga um, companies ng phone, nagpo-produce ng phone, ng computers and other gadgets, nagpo-produce sila, nag-a-update sila every year ng kanilang mga bagong produkto kasi every year nadi-discover nila yung mas bagong ano, mas mabilis yung speed. So as time goes by, nagiging mabilis na yung mga gadgets. So, the quality of any microprocessor depends on the purity. So, nakadepende siya sa purity ng silicon chip kasi yun yung ginagamit talaga dito. Ang silicon chip ay isang semiconductor. Isang semiconductor. Uh, it has the ability to add the desired amount of substance. So, pwede siyang ano, dagdagan ng kahit anong substance and napaka ano niya, kumbaga madali siyang tumanggap, hindi siya nagre-reject, hindi siya selective kumbaga. So, ang chemists play an important role in research and development of these silicon chips. For the future, scientists have begun to explore the prospect of molecular computing that is replacing silicon with molecules. So yun na yung magiging future trend. So kung nagre-research ka, you want to have a research, you want to pursue materials engineering or material science, pwede mong pag-aralan yung molecular computing. So yun, another prospect. This is a futuristic prospect. So the advantage are that certain molecules can be made to respond to light. So nagre-respond ang molecule sa light rather than electrons. Unlike silicon na nagre-respond siya sa electrons. So ano naman ang epekto nito? So that we would have optical computers rather than electronic computers. So with proper genetic engineering, scientists can synthesize such molecules using microorganisms instead of large factories. So optical computers also would have made greater storage capacity than electronic computers. So, yun, optical computers daw ay may greater storage capacity than electronic computers. So, yun. Okay. So, ito lang ang medyo na ano ako. With proper genetic engineering, scientists can synthesize such molecules using microorganisms instead of large factors. Parang medyo ano talaga to. Yung mga napapanood sa mga alien movies. Yan. So anyway, so we now go to the next field na kung saan nagagamit pa rin ang knowledge ng chemistry. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na ano, na food and agriculture. So, familiar naman tayo diyan. So, every day we are looking for food. So, how can the world's rapidly increasing population be fed? So, paano pa natin mapapakain ang mga rapidly increasing population? Isa na dito ang Philippines kasi Philippines is a rapidly increasing population. In poor countries, agriculture activities occupy about 80% of workforce. So, half of an average family budget is spent for foodstuffs. So, this is a tremendous drain in the nation's resources. The factors that affect agricultural production are the first. Yung mga nakakaapekto daw sa agricultural production ay yung richness ng soil. Okay? Yung mga insect, yung mga diseases na nakakaapekto sa mga crops, na nakakadamage sa mga crops, pati yung mga weeds na nakikipagkompetensya sa nutrients. So, bukod sa irrigation, yung mga magsasaka rely on fertilizer na nag-i-increase ng crop yield. So, since 1950s, treatments of crops suffering from pest infestations has been the indiscriminate application of potent chemicals. So, itong pag-apply ng potent chemicals, meron tong effect sa environment natin. So, such measures have often been a serious detrimental effect. May epekto ito kasi yung mga chemicals mawawash through to sa mga waterways, sa irrigations, then didiretso din to sa mga waterways na pwedeng hindi lang sa soil makakaapekto, makakapag-pollute, kundi pati sa water system that eventually will go to the oceans. Okay, so such measures have often had serious detrimental effects sa environment. Even the excessive use of fertilizer is harmful to the land, water, and air. So, para ma-meet natin yung food demand sa 21st century. So this century that we are now having, new and novel approaches in farming must be devised. So mga ano ba tong mga bagong farming technique na to or approaches. It has already been demonstrated that through biotechnology, it is possible to grow larger and better crops. So ito na yung tinatawag natin na genetically modified organisms. Ito yung GMO na tinatawag. So imagine niyo yung mga maliliit na mga mais, pwede siyang mapalaki. Okay, yung maliliit na mga oranges, pwede siyang mag-grow into malalaki. So ang ginagawan doon um, kumbaga mina-manipulate doon ay yung genetic structure mismo ng organism, ng plants, ng species na ginagamit sa pag sa na kino-cultivate, 'yon, kino-cultivate. So, these techniques can be applied to many different farm products. So, not only for improved yield, hindi lang sa pag-improve ng yield, but for better frequency. Kasi 'di ba meron tayong mga seasonal na mga products. Ngayon, napag-aaralan na din na puwedeng i-grow yung mga products even in season na hindi sila puwedeng tumubo kasi na mo-modify na yung genetic structure ng crop na yon. So, for example, it is known that a certain bacterium, isa daw na bacterium, nagpo-produce ng protein molecules that is toxic to leaf-eating caterpillar. So, itong leaf-eating caterpillars, ayaw natin 'to. So, incorporating the gene that codes for the toxin into crops. So, nag-i-incorporate tayo ng gene, ng code for the toxin into the crops, enables plant to protect themselves. So, nagkakaroon ng kumbaga ng protection yung halaman mo na hindi na natin kakailanganin ng pesticide para ward off yung mga leaf-eating caterpillars na yon. So, sa yung mga researchers have also found a way to prevent pesky insects for reproducing. So, yung mga peste na nagre-reproduce, nagkaroon na nag-aano sila, nagko-communicate din sila to each other. Kumbaga, when mating season comes, so with one another, okay, insects communicate with one another by emitting. Meron silang ini-emit na chemical na tinatawag natin na pheromones. This is a special molecules. Even as humans, meron din tayo nito na na pheromones. Pero sila, ito yung parang way of communicating nila to each other. So by identifying and synthesizing pheromones, kasi itong pheromones chemical din to eh. Pwede ito ma-synthesize sa laboratory. So pwede nating, kumbaga sa Tagalog, pwedeng maloko yung mga insekto. So by identifying and synthesizing pheromones used in mating, it is possible to interfere. Pwede nating mapakialaman yung normal na reproductive system nila nitong mga common pest na ito, itong mga pesteng ito. So for example, isang example is by inducing insects to mate too soon. So pwede natin silang ma-manipulate na mag-mate na sila ng maaga by tricking, o pwede rin natin i-trick yung female insect na makipag-mate doon sa mga sterile na male. Okay? So, 'pag nakipag-mate sila sa sterile na male, hindi sila magre-reproduce. O kaya kung mag magme-mate sila ng early, okay, yung mga puwedeng hindi pa sila, kumbaga hindi pa sila fertile para maging so um, they will not be producing their offsprings, then eventually kokonti yung population nila hanggang sa mawala na sila eventually. Okay. Moreover, chemists can devise ways to increase the production of fertilizers that are less harmful to environment and substances that would selectively kill the weeds. So those are the fields that you can go to when you study chemistry. So okay, that's it for today. See you again next